Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Mr. Mo Beamer. Welcome back to the VRML finals. I hope you are just as excited as I am. First of all, the reason. Why are we here? Well, during the EU finals, and I quote, there was a position utilized, quote, pardon me. During the EU finals, let me just quote that further, a player of the Imperial team utilized a position deemed illegal by the Onward moderation team. As per established procedures and presents, there were AP points given away for that action, and therefore the outcome of the finals had to change. So basically, all these scores had to be redone. So the finals right here had to be redone, and that's why we are here. But then you're thinking, why are we not seeing KFOT right here? Why is Mayhem the enemy and not KFOT? KFOT wanted to forfeit because they want Imperial to win. That are their words. If you don't believe me, that's your problem. But let me just quote what he said, the captain of KFOT. What the captain of KFOT did say just this afternoon was... Give me 5 seconds. It was... pardon, I am searching, that is a little bit too long. Excuse me, I'm just as nervous as the people are that are wanting to play the finals. Alright, here it is. We choose to forfeit. Dude, you deserve to win. Please make a victory again this time. End quote. So, that's the reason why we are here. Let's just check out the matchup right here. Imperial going undefeated for this entire season. This is what I call a powerhouse in itself. Mayhem, on the other hand, has been one of the longer existing teams since Season 4. So that's over 12 seasons they have already been existing. They're on the number 2 on the American leaderboards. And they have won 9 out of the 12 times they have played against an enemy. The favorite maps of Mayhem are going to be Snow Peak, Subway, and Downfall, with the best win rates for this current season. With Snow Peak on a 50% win rate, Subway on an 80% win rate, and Downfall on a 100% win rate from the 5 times they have played that map. So, then it's going to be your question, how exciting will this be? What am I supposed to expect? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. We're going to see an awesome fight between 2 different regions with 2 completely different playstyles. Probably from personal experience and from many others. They have pointed out the difference between the NA side and EU side. EU side more focusedly on playing it slow and taking more tactics, and the American side really working on the reaction time. So, just checking up on Imperial, what their maps are gonna be, their favorite ones are gonna be, are Snow Peak, which they have won 7 out of 7 times, Cargo, 5 out of 5 times, and Quarantine Day. So, what map are we gonna be seeing here? Let's just check that out. Alright, there we go. Alright, a very interesting matchup. That's gonna be Quarantine. Quarantine, one of the more played map this season by Imperial. Imperial, of course, going undefeated. I hope that Mayhem is going to make a chance, and I think Mayhem is going to make a chance. Last time, on the longer range maps, on Downfall, Mayhem has scored 2 points after Imperial. So, last time they played was a 2-8 score for Mayhem 2, Imperial 8, and they lost it that way. But, with this amount of time, and this new opportunity to get a win out there, I expect Mayhem to really spice things up against Imperial and not make it as easy as it was last time. Easy between quotes, by the way. I don't mean it. Just to check out, we are going to... just give me a second. Just to see Quarantine, a big open map. It's just something with so many objectives, around 12 to 14 objectives on this single map with a lot of different spawns. There's not many people that want to draw a strategy for every OBJ beforehand, before the match starts. So it's all going to be about adapting, knowing about risks, and don't go into the open and open cover without being shot. Just talking about this gameplay, we're playing Uplink. It's where you have to go as a Marsok to attack a satellite disk, send in a 7-digit code to disable it. On Volk, of course, your job is going to be to defend the objective and make sure no code gets sent at every cost. So, sometimes you see people, when they're the last man standing, to just rush to the OBJ, be the last man alive, get shot, and make sure they don't have that 2 points cap. Because that cap, if you cap, that gives you 2 points. That means that's gonna be one more than when you just kill off the entire team. Very easy to understand. For the Marsoc side, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Marsoc has to be more on the move, has to try different things to get around the objective, pick up as many people as they can, shoot them out, and try to or get the kills and play it safe, or go for all the risk, all or nothing, go for the cap. With these big teams, you should expect caps that are going to be less than 4 seconds long. That is insane. Remember, you have to remember that 7-digit code. You're going to have that all amount of pressure around you of doing the cap and then pressing those 7 digits. It's not going to be easy, and I don't know if we're actually going to see a cap or if they're just going to play it safe. But it seems there always is an opportunity. Nothing is the same, and it's always different to see teams play against each other. Whew. Alright. Soon we're going to be able to start the match. In the meanwhile, I'm going to give you guys a 2 minutes break, and I'll see you guys soon. Just kicking down all the doors, guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids, and for their kids, just kids, that's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. Quick interruption, but they have managed to get their players ready and are decided to go play. They have decided to go play. So let's just go to round 1. We're gonna see what is going on in between the teams. Imperial being the first one on offense. One person going out with the drone, where they are actively discussing what they want to do with their strategies. As you can see, they've gone aggressive and quick, and there goes the drone. The drone taking it along across the ground so that it doesn't get seen by the enemy and doesn't show their spawn location. What we are going to expect right now is the Marsoc team waiting for the drone callouts, giving them some good eye cover, while Mr. Emperor is trying to watch the street, see if anyone has gotten across. If we just take a look on the map right now, we see that the defense has kept themselves safe.
Drone is in north.
They have now spotted the drone and called it out. They are not going easy on Imperial with that good spotting. There goes the drone. So, what are we going to expect now? Well, if we check the map once again, we're going to see an aggressive offense from that north side, while the defense is questioning where they all could be. What you do see is the defense having the objective locked down. The people on south watching the north cross, the people on north watching the south cross, and all around the objective is now protected by the Volk. But how long will that last? When will Imperial try to show their power?
Cleared everything of the drone, guys, remember? So what are we wasting time for?
There we go, Phantom Operator giving the nice call out to just start moving as the drone had cleared out the area. Is it the right call to make? We're gonna know that in a moment. Phantom Operator just taking his time, watching the timer, checking the time and checking the code. What we're going to see is a very concentrated match with Mr. Just Do It already up on the AC building, as we can recognize about the AC units on the roof. First frag comes out, and it does tell one of the Volk players what is going on. Their location. Remember, when you turn your head left and right, and try to do that for a long time, you'll be able to exactly pinpoint the location of your enemy. Mr. A-Bot just taking slow shots, pre-firing what he thinks is a common spot. As you see, he just wants to clear out that room and doesn't trust it for a single bit. The first smoke comes out on the main street with Just Do It, watching outside, trying to see if he can get a good poke out. Let Wookie Win was having a good peek out, but just due to the onward timing, they managed to miss each other out. They have tried to get a little bit more off that main street section. A-Bot is holding a very neat angle on this little main street while he watches his tablet and uses his teammates as cover. Let's just check out what Let's Wookie is seeing. He is holding a really nice angle to see where his teammates are heading around, but let's check out for the action on Phantom Operator. Flash goes out, and Phantom Operator has managed to kill him with the pre-fire as he was blind. Just Do It being the second guy to spot out a Volk player. That Wookie Win is getting inside, and Just Do It has managed to get down a kill. It's now a 5v2. This is gonna be really difficult for Mr. Baslappa over here, being one of the last two Volk players alive. He managed to kill someone, but is this gonna be good enough to protect the objective? A-Bot being upstairs, running downstairs. What is he trying to do? He is reading the code on the tablet, checking it right out there. A-Bot is gonna hug the corner, and he's gonna try to cap from within the radius that the objective is reached out for. Mr. Phonic getting outside. He knows probably about that position now, does he? Where we see some great cover from that rooftop. It's now for A-Bot up to go for the cap. He is trying it right now, typing in the 7-digit codes. It takes him over a few seconds, and this is really lucky for the Mayhem team. Huh. This was so close to getting the cap. Imperial had almost managed to get the cap. Remember, you don't have to be on the OBJ to start typing in the 7-digit codes. You have to be in a good 2 square meters in a circle around the OBJ. And that's also just outside that plane wing right there. Just underneath that plane wing. What we saw was this close to a 2-pointer for Imperial. Mayhem, unfortunately, was not able to get out that defense. We saw some flashes, well used, but the pre-fire was already going. And this guy on the northeast, the first one to die, was unfortunately killed by the pre-fire. What do I mean with pre-fire? Pre-fire is when you aren't exactly sure where an enemy is, but you expect him to be there, so you're gonna already start shooting. This could also be done where you're blind. You know where your enemy is, and you know where he has to cross. You point your gun, and you start firing. Even though when you're blind, you're gonna have a better opportunity of surviving. And that's what Imperial just did. It was a very decent round with about 5 minutes of the 6 minutes used. So Imperial is not going fast. They have taken their time to well establish the grounds. And take it sector by sector, as they have done a few days ago in this other final. Alright. So, fantastic. Off to round 2. There we go. Fantastic. We're going to be watching the second round where Imperial is now on defense. How well will they do? The team of Mayhem is trying to do a little bit of a north lockdown. Don't see any drones, but they are trying to get out and try and reach the north section first with 2 people on the main street. 1 person having a drone on his tablet, as you can see. This is a major scouting device that you can hit on the bigger maps. Phonik already getting slightly closer to that midsection. He's holding a very patient angle. But what do we see as well? Mr. Let Wookie. Let Wookie win. Phantom Operator is holding a dangerous angle on this far north side, as you can see it by this door, where he's watching where Let Wookie win wants to go.
He's on the north side, northwest side.
Yeah, and he called that out real nicely. So he is aware of that position then, and was forced to move back. Just checking on what Phantom... MK Snoop getting the first shot out on Mr. Ghost. Ghost being killed by MK Snooper, which was a very close call. Trying to confirm the body is always a thing. You don't always die immediately when you get shot. So confirming the body made sure he was not resable. That Wookie Win is crouching down and probably soon gonna be spotted by the unlucky Phantom Operator. That Wookie Win is gonna be unlucky when Phantom Operator sees him. They've taken it slow and taken it bit by bit. What we can see as well is a very split push. We see many different things happening from many different sides, where Just Do It is already on that hospital / garage floor. Warehouse, as most of the people call it. With Just Do It just having a great view over this entire building, which we just called AC last round. With a second kill going out on Sky Joker.
-1 echo 3 AC, AC -1 echo 3.
A good call out. That's going to be a 5v3 for the Mayhem team, which is going to be really difficult. But Bazaar has known the location of Just Do It by just those shots. Remember, shooting really shows your enemy where you are. So, if you don't move out of that current position, it most likely is the case that the Marsok team is going to be able to find you. Just Do It is running downstairs and doing exactly that.
He died from hospital.
There we go. Good call is being made where they are aware of the possible dangers. But let's just see on what Let's Wookie Win is going to do. Phantom Operator hugging that right side door. Hearing Let Wookie Win by all probabilities. Just Do It getting second eyes up there. He has to duck down to avoid those bullets. Phonic having to revive. He has apparently been hit. Phonic being extremely careful now because he knows that's going to be a big problem. Let's just check out what Let Wookie Win is going to do, because this is where it becomes a problem. If Phantom Operator just turns to the right side of him, as you can see, turn off the visibility. He's moving inside, watching the back of Let Wookie Win, and oh, this is a massive onward timing. This is what I call extreme. As you can see, there we have the angle, and Phantom Operator has killed Let Wookie Win. A very solid defense by Imperial so far, with 1.5 minutes on the clock and a proper lockdown location.
-1 hospital.
Ooh, are these two, Baslapper and Phonic, gonna be able to change the outcome of the match? MK Snooper has been spotted by Mr. Phonic. Smoke comes out. A-bot trying to kill off Mr. Baslapper. Ooh, he ran out of ammo. No, MK Snooper has killed off Phonic. Well, A-bot is holding the angle on Mr. Baslapper. He's in a real difficult position. Baslapper did manage to kill off MK Snooper, but he is all alone with 54 seconds on the clock and basically no help. Smoke comes out to smoke out A-Bot's position, but it doesn't help because A-Bot is just going to move around. And is this going to be some onward timing? Yes, it is. And there comes another kill. It's a 1v2. And there was the second point for Imperial. Imperial has managed to lock down this entire west region to the OBJ. Nobody was able to cross, and Mayhem's offense fell apart after the mid was suppressed, after Hospital was shooting down on them at the street. They had nowhere to go, and the north side unfortunately fell because Phantom Operator was in a genius spot and managed to get around Let's Wookie and kill him from behind. It would probably feel like magic for Let Wookie win, but it is the truth that Imperial has just managed to get a proper defense out to capture that second point. The last moment of the match is where there was a lot more action of what we could see with Phantom Operator getting, with Mr. Basslapper getting a lot more kills out there. He was really on a streak, killing over 3 people, making it a 1v2. But Imperial, being Imperial, has managed to secure that second point. Man, interesting to see and absolutely lovely to cast. Don't forget, if you do have any questions about the game, to just ask it in the comments. I will read over it in a moment, and then I will try and answer it throughout the game. Quarantine being the insanely open and difficult map, it's hard to remember anything for every OBJ. With 14 or 12 separate OBJs, it's just going to be extremely difficult. Alright, off to round 3. Alright, so what we're going to see right here is the offense of Imperial. Their second offense for this map. Checking out the scores, we can see that Just Do It, Phantom Operator, and MK Snoopers are the ones taking the kills, with Basslapper being the only one on the Mayhem team to get a proper kills out there. Mayhem being the completely different team as in their playstyle. The difference between NA and the EU region has really been shown in many different levels. Ghost already calling out the drone because he knows it's quarantine. He knows they are allowed to use drones. So that's good to be aware of. Basslapper taking the bottom floor. He soon will probably meet Mr. MK Snooper, which is up into the 2-story building on the center section. If we just take a look at the map, we're seeing that Imperial is creating an entire line in this mid-section of the map. They want to lock down section by section, bit by bit, so that they can surround the objective and go in for a cap. Or get the safe kills. There goes the drone, as you can see. It very quickly flew by. And this is going to be a guaranteed safety
Just
for
bring it by.
the
Hey, but watch out
Imperial
for the
team.
open container. Watch out for the open container.
Getting in some proper callouts in expected positions where they will be. Remember, this again is a pre-fire. When you're in a common spot or a common region, professional people like Imperial and Mayhem will just pre-fire the corner, expecting where you... And with pre-fire, I mean, just shoot at the place where they think you're going to be, or most likely you're going to be, due to it commonly being used.
They could be hidden behind the green dumpsters.
Just do it. Go in for that drone shit. And this is where Ghost is trying to shoot down the drone, but he hasn't managed to. Is it? He did. Good shot on him.
I don't know if I can. They did it too late in the round.
Just Do It together with Emperor are going to try and make that straight cross completely safe from their enemies. Ghost is running around the north side. He is going to try and cross that corner, is it? With Emperor coming in over that north side. He's going to be the first one to probably meet. But no, this is some massive onward timing over here. And he is going to try again, is he? Oh, he managed to get that kill on Ghost. Ghost not fast enough to kill off Mr. Emperor. And completely finished. Yeah, man, this is a real tough deal. Now it's up to Let Wookie win to defend that entire south side, which is going to be a difficult job on its own. Another shot's gone down on A-Ball, trying to pre-fire a common location, which is the motel. We're just going to see what Just Do It is going to see. A frag comes out, the timing goes out, trying to get him to an expected position, but of course does nothing. Trying to work the way around their buildings. It's up to the Marsok team to start moving with 2.5 minutes on the clock. They can't wait forever. Baslappa is hearing the conversations above, and he is trying to see if he can go in for the flank. And is it going to happen? Let Wookie win. Already seeing someone on the far northwest. Northeast, pardon me, French. But Mr. Baslappa is slowly getting upstairs, and he is going to get some kills out there. Is he? Come on, watch your right. And he gets the first kill out there with a flank. Gets the second kill. Now making himself on a 7-kill to a streak. Let's go. Baslappa is turning to Imperials and shooting them one by one with MK Snooper now being prepared for the backside. He is trying to peek, trying to see if he can get some more shots out there. Baslappa now being suppressed by his north. He is forced to move, while MK Snooper is going to try and deal with the situation. Baslappa is getting upstairs once more. He is checking inch by inch, but he doesn't feel confident for it.
On a tank, I think.
1.5 minutes, and then they now have to start moving. Let Wookie win now being known by MK Snooper. His location is not great. Ooh, come on! Let Wookie win has now been suppressed by the north side, and it's only 1 minute on the clock, and they have to start moving. The Sky Joker is now sitting on the bottom floor of the motel, trying to take a safe spot from the street crossing. A-Bot, having managed to reach the motel section, is now going to have to adapt to the regions where he is now finding himself. Ooh, Baslappa is getting shot by MK Snooper, and that is one of the kills on Imperial's side, making it a 3v3. This is going to be incredibly difficult to pull off for both teams. 30 seconds on the clock, and all they have to do is find time. Ponic getting shot by the Sky Joker. Ponic going on the objective. What is going on? He wasn't seen. No, Imperial getting the 3rd points with a very close defense. Alright, fantastic. Imperial just being the strong team. They had to show that they could do it again. But it was getting more difficult. Mayhem was getting very close to that defense side. They have managed to lock it down for a good side. But unfortunately, due to some player choices that were discussable, the Imperial team has managed to kill many of them off. The Mayhem tried to run out to the objective to make sure they didn't get capped, and unfortunately NK Snooper was one of the guys that was ready for it, and it was super close once again with just 16 seconds on the clock. Just giving a great shout out to Mr. Baslappa, getting a good amount of kills for the Mayhem team, being the one and only guy to have managed to flank around Imperial and get a good amount of kills out there. Turning into a great defense. Next round's gonna be round 4, and it is going to be very hard for Mayhem to get a realistic point. They're on offense, so they have to keep moving, and that is so difficult. Imperial just locks down sector by sector, and they don't have to move out that far. They can just stay by the objective and just protect it. But Mayhem has to keep moving forward. Remember, Mayhem's goal is to cap the OBJ, type in the 7-digit codes and then try to win it, of course, with the 2 points. But for them, realistically, I think they should try to kill off every Imperial player one by one. That may be a better chance. But now, after round 4. Alright, just checking out the scores of the Imperial team. Imperial having greatly mixed scores out there, where Mr. Baslapa on the Mayhem team is the one and only 7 kills and 3 deaths. It's absolutely insane to see that. Let's just check out what the Mayhem team is actually doing. Trying to rush down to the midsection to lock it down, section by section, leaving a small gap on the north. But this is not what Imperial takes advantage of. They have decided to play it safe because they know that the Mayhem team is definitely better than expected. Making it really, really tight between them. Imperial probably feeling really relaxed after that 3-pointer. And I think, and I hope that Mayhem is going to be able to show them that they shouldn't relax and keep all the focus going.
Okay, I'm gonna... Yep,
To the people asking, this is going to be the best of 3. Just to remember that Jagos is getting out the drone. And now we're going to just check out what Just Do It's going to see. He sees the drone pass by. And we hear the shots.
Drone down, they know I'm there somewhere. No.
The drone was not down.
Drone down now, drone down now.
Alright, second try. And he managed to do it. Good stuff by Just Do It for spotting the drone. And this is where Ghost is going to try to see.
They're at that rock south, but he can rotate over to the Humvee and shit.
Yeah, he's calling out possible ideas, and he is predicting it because Just Do It is trying to do exactly that. Taking it bit by bit. Making it very close. This is going to be the Phonic. He's trying to cross the street already, watching the north heavily, as he knows it could be contested by the Imperial team. Imperial, as you can see, they are not going far. They're sticking on the OBJ, and they're watching every angle that they need to cross to reach the objective. A competitive game like this usually lasts between 1.5 to 2 hours. But since this is the finals, and if we play more than 3 maps, it could take over 2 hours to complete. Usually 3 or 4 if it's going to get really competitive. But we are going to have to see how far this is going to go. It could take 2 hours, it could take 4 hours. It's just all a guess at this point. Baslapa creating a fair amount of noise while trying to cross the street. What are they going to try and do? That is my question. Emperor hearing the noises from upstairs. He's probably going to call that out. The Marsok team of Mayhem has just stuck together really close to each other. But with only 2 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock, they can't wait much longer. Alright. Baslapa is trying to reach the building, knowing that where he came from is also still a possible risk. But this is probably Sky Joker. He's going to fix that risk. Baslapa is getting ready to get upstairs, but let's just check out what Mr. Emperor is seeing. He's hiding behind the car downstairs, watching under the wheels for a potential cross. A very smart play by Imperial's defense. Hearing the noises upstairs, he gets out that radio click. Did you see that? He taps out, and it's one person. Like Wookie Win was trying to get there with the grenade launcher,
1, 2, 3
but
the upstairs building, so if they're in there, they should be down.
as you see, callouts being made that he just tried to do it, but unfortunately it had no effect. But pre-firing is the only thing that you can do. With 1.5 minutes on the clock, they're going to have to start moving, because it is not going to look good for them if they don't start moving up and speeding up. Phonic is getting ready to start speeding up as well. He knows that there was only 1.5 minutes on the clock. Clearing out location by location. Smoke comes out, but is this the right choice? A free fire comes out to see if they can make that cross. Okay, Snooper getting upstairs. We're just gonna see what Ghost is seeing, because he is getting close to the position of Just Do It, who is hiding behind a very sneaky box. With 1 minute on the clock, the Mayhem team has to start making some action. 52 seconds. Emperor getting the first guy in the mid building, where Bazaar is now aware that his teammate has died. A second fire comes out, and it barely missed what was happening. MK Snooper reaching out to the guy in this main building. Only 30 seconds on the clock. Goes running around off the objective. 20 seconds. Mayhem falling apart by one, forced to make pushes they normally wouldn't. 1 by 1. This is the 4 points for Imperial. Whoa. Mayhem was not quick enough. Imperial, with the solid defense, the solid offenses, locking down sector by sector, Mayhem what needed to try something out. They decided to play it slow, and that forced them to take the last 30 seconds as a suicide rush. It was really difficult for Mayhem to make a great play against Imperial. This is just the first map, and soon we're gonna be having more maps, a different map. I hope you're excited just as I am for map 2. So I'll give you guys a minute of an ad, and I'll see you guys then.
Accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, fast forward, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out to finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Onward. It's a 5v5 game. When you bring a drone, it's a 5.5v5 game. On a map like Downfall, you go to positions to identify them early. If you take these outside angles, they're not going to be looking for that. The longer you keep it alive, the more information.
Alright, so this next map is going to be Bazaar. Bazaar being the more of a city town, like a small city with many buildings you can enter. They have really chosen one of the more close quarter to medium range maps. Bazaar being one of the couple maps that Mayhem has not played much this season. They have won it 2 out of the 3 times they have played it with a win chance rate of 67%. Mayhem needs to try whatever they can in order to win. So, this close quarter combat map, this more close to medium range, is forcing the Imperial team to show a different skill set than Quarantine. So, just saying by that, Imperial now has to get on close range. That means that's going to be more about reaction time. It's going to be more about who's going to outflank who, and who's going to take what alley, and who's going to defend what is near the OBJ. Bazaar being a very difficult map to control, as there's many ways that the Marsok team is able to push. Remember, we're still trying to get that cap out there, which means sending the 7-digit code as the Marsok team before the time runs out, or killing all the people to get a point. Cap is 2 points, and killing everyone is 1 point for the entire team. So, Imperial, having shown that they are really good on Quarantine, now need to prove that they can do the same on Bazaar. Mayhem is going to try and challenge them with this set this type of map. Marsoc having more camouflage in this map, still need to watch out for a possible Volk flank, which is not uncommon. If you do it right on Volk and turn over the map and take routes that are not normally taken, or hold position that are really out far in the map, you might be able to catch out a few people that are just standing and running off guard. My predictions, I'm not entirely sure about it. I'm very sure that Imperial will get some good points, definitely for Volk, but I don't know how well they will proceed on Marsoc. I'm seeing two professional teams playing against each other with Mayhem, just making these tiny mistakes, probably because of pressure, which has cost them so many points. But I've also seen Mayhem being very creative about their strategies, definitely on defense as well, as you could see with that what Mr. Blasalapa has done. I'm excited to watch the first round of this Bazaar route, and I hope you are too. If you do have any questions still, don't forget to ask me. I'm still here and I will try to blend them into this cast. And if there is anything that you'd like me to do for, then just let me know as well. So we're waiting for the last few people to show up, so I am gonna give myself a little bit of a 2-minute break, and I'll see you in a second.
Just kicking down all the doors, guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids, and for their kids, just kids, that's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Onward. It's a 5v5 game. When you bring a drone, it's a 5.5v5 game. On a map like Downfall, you go to positions to identify them early. If you take these outside angles, they're not going to be looking for that. The longer you keep it alive, the more information you're giving the team. Guess what? I'm betting. Hey, my name's Kale, and this is how you drone.
There's Taquito again, flying out, rifle in hand, catches 1, 2, 3. Oh no! Big Drill is right on the top list.
Welcome back. In the meanwhile, while Imperial is getting their 5th player in, I just want to thank you all for watching. At this current moment, we have so many YouTube views with 49 currently watching at the same moment. I just needed to say a quick word to thank every viewer for watching and sticking by with the cast. You guys are what makes us incredible. Don't forget, your feedback is always very valuable to our assets team, to our casters team, and your appreciation and watching these casts has made me truly in awe. And I hope that you guys and girls and what's in between will continue to stick around while we are going for the first round of Bazaar. Let's go! Alright! Fantastic! Alright.
We're gonna have kiosk control, guys. Let's make sure none of them cross the street.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna move over. I'll play like a pretty slow north.
So the Mayhem team is still discussing a little bit of the strats where they are splitting up over the main street. and the South Street. What we will see is a very aggressive push from the Imperial team. What? MK Snooper, A-Bot, and an Emperor running in straight over to the mark, splitting up to their preferable positions with Phantom Operator trying to reach the hotel, which he's going to do with A-Bot already reaching the market section. He is hiding, sitting behind the black barrels where he's perfectly blending in with his environment. Just take a look at that. From afar, you would barely be able to notice him if you were coming from the southwest. So, coming back to this little cheat view that we have, Phantom Operator has managed to lock down the building in this north side section. Just take a moment to appreciate the map right here. A great kill by Phantom Operator on Oaks, who is watching this mid-street cross. As you can see, Imperial has locked it down over 3 areas.
I
The
don't
north,
know, they took too long.
the market, the south side,
I killed them in the south, trying to
and
cross.
the
No one's crossed into
objective
south yet,
side.
as far as I know.
So, Phantom Operator discussing possible callouts and knowing what happens and what doesn't happen. He's still trying to confirm that kill of what he just did with Mr. Let Wookie Win coming in all around that southeast side. He is trying some things out. He is planning to check every corner, as I can see. Remember, we have more people coming in over to the market section, playing slowly and really careful to check if anything is going on in this mid-center area. Not truly aware where the enemy is, except Mr. Baslapa. Baslapa is watching the building and just do a little bit of unfortunate timing and serious kill, since we see a lot of different things. Just Do It has managed to spray something down, probably pre-firing what he thought was an enemy player.
I'm rotating. There is one north wall.
One north wall. He is rotating, forced to move by the Master team knowing his locations. Let Wookie Win is coming in from the south side, and he is peeking over the wall, but just do a little bit of onward timing. Just Do It was not able to get a shot out there.
I don't look coyote anymore.
Mr. Baslapa is in the midsection, calling out where Phantom Operator is, and Phantom Operator doing the same thing. What we see is a very patient team, a very patient team. Just a quick word. Almighty Kitty, thank you for the $10 donation. I really appreciate it. I'm really happy that you you like me casting. It's absolutely incredible, and I love doing it. But MK Snooper has managed to kill a Bass Slapper. So that means that the Sky Joker is going to be in a really difficult position on this market side, where Just Do It is trying to box the south side, and he did manage to call out Let Wookie Win. Let Wookie Win is slowly crossing the north. Oh, Emperor has killed off Let Wookie Win, making it a 2v5. An almost impossible task for Mayhem to pull off. Absolutely incredible for the donation. Absolutely appreciate it. You are what keeps us alive. Sky Joker is watching a small angle where Ghost is also watching. Is it? No, the Sky Joker is watching the back. He is trying to see if he can get a good peek out there. He doesn't see Phantom Operator. Phantom Operator doesn't see him. So that is just a complete fine job for Mr. the Sky Snooper, because he doesn't have to worry about his back. Apparently so. Ghost now being suppressed by Just Do It, as Ghost is getting out. A quick fire, and there goes a frag. And it misses him. The shrapnel doesn't hit him, but Just Do It does. Just Do It hits his shot. And it's a 1v5, an impossible task for Sky Joker to pull off with just 1 minute on the clock.
Yeah, come on.
If you guys want to know more about why there is a rematch, just read the announcements in the announcement channel of the VRML Discord server, with the Sky Joker slowly approaching from the south. He is getting an eye on Just Do It, and Just Do It has just called out the Sky Joker's position. Everybody knows where he is, so this is a real issue for the Sky Joker. With only 37 seconds on the clock, he's still trying to cross with no time left. What can he do in this position? Sky Joker has been killed by Just Do It, getting the first point for Imperial. Woo. Alright. Woo. Alright. Imperial getting the first point out for the Bazaar side on defense. They have shown incredible strength, incredible creativity, and Mayhem has not managed to pull things round. They have been contested bit by bit, with absolutely being defeated by what Imperial was giving them. So incredibly difficult for Mayhem to work with sometimes just unlucky crosses, not sure what they have to do if their plan doesn't work out. I saw a lot of confusion. I saw a lot of things like, we need to try something. That is not good to see in the Mayhem side. I'm not sure how Mayhem will do on the Volk side, but if they can lock it down and get at least 1 point, it will surely get their moods up to play a little harder. They can definitely do a great job, and I know it's in them, but they gotta show for it. Imperial is growling. They're the lions roaring around your kennel. You're being the prey. You're being the prey being thrown into the kennel of the lion's den. And you gotta survive. You gotta fight back. You gotta try anything to win against Imperial or get a good few points around there. Playing it like the normal way you would do normally doesn't cut it against these top teams. You gotta try it out. You gotta run it through and try your best to do something inventive. Well, off to round 2. Alright, off to Phantom Operator on the Marsuk side. Great communication in between them, using night vision to check for the Volk side.
Tell us where you're ready.
How am I meant to tell him when I'm meant to go?
No, you. I'm with you.
Crossing in the mid to north with 3 people rushing the north side, 1 person holding off the main street. This is where we see Let Wookie win, getting inside his position, using a C4 to make sure he doesn't get approached from the back. Trying to put it on the roof. Very good idea. So, everyone has seen it. It all works out. This is going to be very difficult. The Baslapper sitting inside the 2-story building, making it a little bit different for the Imperial team. The Imperial team hurt Baslapper. They're throwing up a util upstairs, are they? Ah, Baslapper not prepared for A-Bot's approach. Just getting mowed down out there. That's just something that we don't like to see in such an important match. Running at them. Imperial heard that 1 footstep, gave away the location, and it was over for Mr. Baslapper. Goes sitting in a different position with his gun down. He is listening to what is going up ahead of him, trying to stay focused and see if he can get his gun up in time and try to win what he has got here. Let Wookie Win is holding the same angle as one of the Imperial players did earlier this last round. Ghost already being in one of the most difficult positions together with Let Wookie Win, because this entire west approach has been cut open, and if they can get close enough to throw out the smoke, they have an opportunity for a cap. But checking out what's going on south, we see Just Do It trying to approach the south side, while MK Snooper is pre-firing a section of the window. The south side being incredibly contested. The frag was thrown A second user was thrown. He saw someone and then pushes back. Let Wookie win is now in an incredibly difficult position as we see two of the Imperial players making it down on the south side. Utils are being thrown. Pot off. Common positions. Pre-fragging, pre-nading to see if they can get some good kills out there. Mayhem already being in a slight disadvantage with a 4v5. It's never going to be impossible, but it's going to be really difficult. The Sky Joker, not aware that something going on in the south. Yes, he is aware. Pardon my French, I'm sorry. Because look at them. He's holding an angle, trying to watch them crossing the roads. And he's managed to lock it down so far real nicely with A-Ball pushing around north. A pre-fire is being done by Just Do It.
Still watch out. Purple is not clear, man.
Ooh, a big frag comes out and he is indeed hurt. Not killed. Very hurt. The Sky Joker is now waiting for Emperor's approach. We're just getting quick shots out by Goes. We'll Just Do It. He's holding an angle. Ooh, no kill out there. And he is staying low because he knows if he pokes his head out once more, he is going to die. Ooh, and there goes the first straight with a boss on Ghost. Very good job making it a 3v4 with Mr. the Sky Joker holding on an angle exactly on the street. What is he going to do? Is he going to manage to kill him? Yes, he does manage to kill someone. With Emperor now approaching his location, Sky Joker is not sure if he is longer safe. Getting that confirmed kill, he now has to wear off against Emperor approaching his location with 1 minute and 43 seconds on the clock. Oh, this is so exciting to watch. The defense is actually going quite well with the 3v3. Oaks is now in a really difficult position as well because he has to make sure nobody gets to the objective. As MK Snooper is getting closer with the Sky Joker. Running around. He feels incredibly nervous. I can tell by the shaking of his hand and the gun. He is listening for the Emperor's approach and Emperor is waiting with 1 minute and 16 seconds on the clock. Oaks getting close as well. Come on. Flash comes out with Oaks. Watching the OBJ. Let Wookie win also is watching the OBJ. Oaks is forced into this wall area. 50 seconds on the clock. Imperial slowly gonna run out of time. Let Wookie win gets one kill.
On me still.
Phantom Operator inside, coming in over the south side, trying to get a good angle, and there's a kill by Phantom Operator. He had to revive himself, while Oaks is waiting, getting them kills out. Get the kills, and that's a kill! It's a 1v2, the Sky Joker, watching what Emperor is doing, he's going in for the cap. Emperor going in quickly on the OBJ, typing out the codes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sorry, man.
And that's a cap by Imperial. Holy cow. This is what I did explain in the beginning about getting close to the objective. The Sky Joker unfortunately was too far away and didn't manage to hold on to the street angle that he earlier had because the Emperor was getting close to his position. After the Emperor was able to get the cross, it was just a task for him to type in his 7-digit codes, which he did in 5 seconds, which is about 0.8 seconds per digit. Guessing, alright? Don't take my word on it. That's an incredible job by Imperial team for the cap. It's not easy to have a cap, and Mayhem did manage to get a proper defense out for a good round of time, but just this last moment was unlucky, if I can call it, for Mayhem, and just great action by Imperial. Again, two incredible teams with two incredible skill sets. You shouldn't underestimate your enemy at all costs. You should always try to think of them of being better than you, even though the scores might say a little different. I'm not gonna say this map is gonna be their map, but maybe the next map will be. Remember, it has to be 3 out of 5 that you have to win. Alright? 3 out of the 5 maps that you have to win. So, unless that third map isn't won, there's still chances for both teams to win. That's what I'm saying. Wow, let's go. Keeping it all excited, all light mooded. I'm still happy with all of you guys and gals and everything in between watching today and sticking with me. We're gonna be continuing to the next round, which is going to be round 3.
Alright, here we go. Where am I?
Mayhem just still being very light mooded, maybe knowing that this is their place.
Yeah, on the window, on the
Yeah,
window.
around that region, yeah. So just so they can't see. And do it as quick as you can, Oaks.
Just quickly discussing what strats they have to do. They are quick. The Imperial team is quickly getting into their defense. Just checking out the scores for this section. We see a 5-man west push. MK Snoop calling out the first kill. Let Wookie win. Wants to cross, but he is forced to push back. Ooh, almost a free curve. Ooh, Emperor getting a quick shot on the cross while his location has been smoked. Well, Just Do It is trying to get a good kill out there. Emperor killing Baslappa. A lot of action in not a lot of time. Well, Oaks is getting a shot on the window and trying to get across. While Imperial has crossed as well. Imperial has crossed as well. Kiss spraying off the Mayhem Marsok side. This is insane.
I might have got him in the smoke.
Just Do It getting one of the last few guys, and it's up to the Sky Joker to make anything of this situation. It's gonna be impossible for him to do this at this kind of fire rate. Imperial running all around the map. We can see that they're going in for a wide flank on a wide range of defense. So the Sky Joker has to come up with something really ingenious to get himself out of this tough situation. Just Do It almost snapped his head off at that spot. The Sky Joker is forced to move away and try to make a different route work for him. Just Do It getting a few guns out, and he's managed to get that 4th point for Imperial. Imperial mowing down the Mayhem side. Imperial managed to finish this round in 1.5 minutes. Mayhem being shot down all over the streets as the Volk side did manage to cross the street, take it to center, hold the guns down over the main street, and spraying it out as smokes were being thrown to cover the cross. It was really sad to see Mayhem fall down one by one, with the Sky Joker being the last one alive. Explosion in his mind. What was going on with the team? What just happened? They will probably rewatch it and think of it that they just were unlucky. Imperial just pulled off an insane strategy, which I don't normally see on this current objective. Thank you so far for watching. 1 more map to go for Imperial to win it. 3 more maps to win for Mayhem to get a score out. Alright, so see you in 2 minutes.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, fast forward, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids, and for their kids, it's kids, that's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out to finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Onward. It's a 5v5 game. When you bring a drone, it's a 5.5v5 game. On a map like Downfall, you go to positions to identify them early. If you take these outside angles, they're not going to be looking for that. The longer you keep it alive, the more information you give the team. Guess what? I'm Batman. Hey, my name's Kale, and this is how you drone.
Taquito again, flying out, rifle in hand, catches 1, 2, 3. Oh no! Mitchell is right on top. What is this? And there's a double kill.
Unfortunately, I had it wrong. It has been just like the round roberts type of section. I'm sorry for disappointing you all for a third map. It's just been a win for Imperial, making it 0-8. Sorry for this slight bit of misinformation. I hope you can forgive me. But now I do have to declare Imperial the winner. That is going to the finals tomorrow at 7 PM BST. Tomorrow you will see Imperial in the finals. Excuse me for the misinformation. I am a decently new caster, so please don't hate me. I hope you have all enjoyed this very much, because I did very much enjoy watching it and casting it, and I hope you do love watching this as well. Come back later, come back tomorrow for the finals. I will see you next time.
Onward VRML is brought to you by Downpour Interactive, Helga, the esports manager. Thanks for watching VRML.